kind of see you guys.
I know. How are you? How are you doing, Peggy? Are you still recycling?
You betcha.
All right.
Because I have no events to recycle at and can't go out and give training or presentations, I'm focusing totally on working with the schools and cleaning out their bins and helping to fill them. And so I'm glad we're finally getting going on this, because you can help me promote throughout the public to please separate out their aluminum beverage cans and take them to the school of their choice.
Wow.
Because we have 48 schools participating in the iRecycle program, and I want to keep it going strong.
Right. Peggy, so are people making more trash or less trash during this pandemic?
Well, residential trash has increased. Commercial has decreased somewhat, and that's to be expected. I have noticed that there are a lot of metal cans. So I think that indicates that people are cooking more at home. There's also a lot of glass bottles, because I try to help people and some different entities with their recycling. Where are you guys? I can't even see any faces.
Oh, that's a shame.
You're not missing anything.
I did my hair this morning. Can you see us now?
Anyway, so that's the status. I really want to encourage people to separate out their aluminum cans, take them to a school. If you need help, you can call me and I will come pick them up and take them to the school of your choice.
Wow.
We just really need, because I know that a lot of aluminum beverage cans are ending up in the landfill.
Peggy,
go ahead.
There was people talking about solid waste not picking up the recycling bins. What can you tell us about that?
Well, there was a hiatus initially with the curbside recycling program. That was primarily due to the fact that Guam Waste Control, they have the MRF, the Materials Recycling Facility. They didn't have the proper PPE for their workers to wear in order to do the necessary sorting. They also hadn't developed a scheme for implementing the social distancing as well. But then that was finally addressed and they received the PPE. So they are picking up the curbside recycling. Mm-hmm. And if anyone is not getting a curbside recycling pickup, then they need to call GSWA.
Mm-hmm. Well, on a side note, you are on the GSWA board, right? You're still on the board?
Yes.
What happened with Larry Gast?
Oh, well, Larry, actually, he had submitted a letter of resignation, and now that has been rescinded. He is going to stay on kind of as GM until we are in a position to find a GM to take his place. And then we're going to be, he's going to be hiring an assistant GM to help, but he is moving back home to Florida.
Wow. Was it just the pandemic? Oh, I see. So you just like want to go home.
That was you came through kind of.
He just wants to go home. Basically, he just wants to go home.
Well, he's had a challenging time,
yeah.
And he wants to go home and be with his wife. So we certainly understand that, and we appreciate we appreciate the tremendous job that he has done, and we still have a ways to go, but we are really appreciative of his willingness to still provide oversight. So, and I just encourage people to call GSWA, or they can call me, because I'm willing to help, and I can kind of act as a liaison, and we can address people's issues or concerns.
Peggy, I know we wanted to get you on, I think it was a couple weeks ago, to talk about this, what was called a raid of the revolving recycling fund, in which,
right.
Yeah, and so we hadn't got to talk to you, but now that's law.
It's done, yeah.
It's done, but you had some interesting thoughts when we kind of shot some messages back and forth. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that money could be better used in the RRF to do things like the white goods and all that?
I would like to say that I think that we all have the same goal, and we are all striving to do appropriate waste diversion, reduce the waste that we're generating, and recycle as much as we possibly can. But recycling is really challenging right now for a variety of reasons. I am disappointed that some of the senators chose to reverse the protection of that revolving recycling fund. But like I said, we all have the same goal. I know that GSWA desperately needs funds. Most people are not aware that the recycling program, the curbside recycling and the household hazardous waste, is costing GSWA about $1.6 million and annually, and that is not a cost that was initially anticipated when these programs were implemented by GBB. That was a different time when recycling was far more lucrative, and but now the costs are rather overwhelming, and GSWA definitely needs assistance and relief. We do not want to discontinue those programs, so we have to have some assistance. We need to figure out ways to cover our expenses. So that's where we stand, and that's where I stand.
Right. So what do you think what do you think the impact is at the end of the day, taking that $500,000? What's it mean for the average person out there who has maybe an abandoned vehicle sitting outside, or 4 old refrigerators that need to get picked up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't explicitly say what the impact is going to be, but I do feel that if we had been able to maintain the control over the revolving recycling fund, or recycling revolving fund, that more of that money, those funds could go towards all those programs that really are fairly costly. The white goods and the abandoned vehicles, and just like I said, the curbside recycling and household hazardous waste. I mean, the household hazardous waste program is costing about $500,000 a year, and that's a pretty significant cost. Yeah. And we don't want to have to discontinue those programs. We just need to come up with effective ways of covering those costs.
Right. Yeah. I think what's concerning for me is if you can do it once and make light work of the controls that are supposed to protect that fund, I feel like it can be done again, and so that's probably my opinion.
Unfortunately, I think it does set a precedent, and I am disappointed at the action that was taken, because I think that the legislature that established that fund, wanted to protect it, and so reversing that does set a precedent, and it's likely that other funds that were intended to be protected could then, be raided.
Yeah, thank you. I know they're probably texting you right now, like, "What are you saying, Patty?" The men in the black van are pulling up.
No. I mean, I certainly, I have always supported UOG, right. And I think the G3 program is going to be very effective, but I do wish it had been handled in a little different way.
Right. Yeah, they're going to be really effective.
Instead of just, by the way, let me just slip this in here.
I mean, who can be effective with $500,000, Peggy? Give me $500,000. You're going to get a recycling jingle. I'll do some skits. I'll do some videos. Yeah. Peggy, closing, yes. If you could, in closing, right? People still got to recycle. The schools need the money. How do they help?
Yes. Okay. So first, let me say, although GSWA has not taken a stance as far as telling people to not put plastics in the curbside recycling bin or paper, because we haven't wanted to change their behavior, but at the same time, we can't recycle those, so all that is ending up in the landfill. I would just like to encourage people to reduce the plastic that you're generating, do your utmost to reduce the plastic you're generating. Separate out plastics 2 and 5, because those can go to the Micronesian Climate Change Alliance, because they have machines that they have purchased that can process those into pretty cool things. Shred your paper and use it for composting or mulch or chicken or rooster bedding or whatever. That I feel is truly a win-win-win situation, because we're using the paper at home. We are diverting it from the landfill, and we are reducing our carbon footprint by not shipping it off island. Okay, so then what can definitely go into the curbside recycling bin is metal cans. So people, if you have a metal can and you cannot crush it with your hand, then you know it's not aluminum. Okay, so then that can go in the bin. It can be recycled as scrap metal. You can take off the label, you can leave it on. You don't even really need to rinse it out. You know, it's just, it can go in that bin. Now, aluminum cans can go in the bin as well. But I just encourage people to support their schools, okay? And then cardboard. Cardboard can still be effectively recycled, and some of it goes to China and some of it goes to other sites in Asia. So those 3 things in particular. And I would just like to tell people that beginning sometime early in 2021, there is going to be glass recycling, because Guam Waste Control has purchased a large glass pulverizer, and they are going to be producing sand, it's my understanding, sand and aggregate that can be used for a number of purposes, particularly as a component of aggregate in the base course for road construction. Yeah. So this is great news, because that glass will be diverted from the landfill.
Nice.
Is that already on island, the pulverizer?
No, they're expecting it before the end of the year.
Right. Okay. That sounds cool, but I feel like you got to say it like the pulverizer.
Yeah.
Let me hear you say it like
yes, that. It's very oppressive. And depending on the types of screens, then they can produce different particle sizes for different uses.
You will be pulverized. See, $500,000. That was probably like $100,000 right there. Peggy, thank you.
Yeah, the glass pulverizer was significantly more than that.
Right.
It's like 300,000 at least.
Nice. Peggy, it's so good to catch up with you and to see that you're still doing the damn thing.
Oh, you bet. I will never stop. I found my passion and I love what I do. So I just encourage everyone. Yes.
Right on.
And you people, you know, the public is, I'm more than welcome to take calls. People call me all the time about what do I do with this and what do I do with that. And they can call me. If they have a truckload of bags of cans, I am more than happy to come pick them up.
You're also on social media, Peggy?
Yeah. I'm not myself a whole lot. I'm kind of more of a hands-on person, but iRecycle definitely has a Facebook page and Instagram.
All right. So if anybody wants some dirty pics of Peggy, it's on iRecycle's Facebook page.
No, not OnlyFans stuff, but only recycling.
Like
I want to
trashy pics.
Yeah, we've known. Hi, Peggy. This is Jason. We've known Peggy a very, very long time, and we've had the good fortune of working with her on a bunch of different things. Something that Chris said earlier is like, oh, that call that comes in. Oh, tell the guys to come up in the black truck. Have you ever seen trying to get in between Peggy and doing the work that God put her on earth to do?
Yeah.
If someone tries to get between Peggy and recycling, I hope those guys in the black truck are ready for the fight of their lives, because my money's on Peggy. Nothing is going to stop her from doing her job.
Especially if there's aluminum cans on the other side of that van. Peggy, thank you.
Amen, brother.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thanks, Peggy.
All right.
Okay.
You all have a great day.
You too. Peggy Denney, iRecycle, Guam. Good catching up. 9:40, we'll take a short break, and we're coming.
Great.
Yeah, good job, Peggy. Did we get Jess or? No, I'll just get him. We'll get him tomorrow. Let's go ahead and move on with the unspoken, if we could. It's 9:40. We'll take a short break. Right here on the link, it's the Breeze 93.9. Good morning, Bree. We had a pizza thing, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It's a new promo on KUAM. the link and our social media, KMD social media, and Uno. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more
Nice.
later this week
Yeah.
because it officially launches in October. So we're going to be, I believe, giving away pizza. It's the Pepsi Pizza Report.
Nice.
We're really excited about it.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because we want to feed you guys.
Yeah.
Because you're hungry.
I think it's as easy as taking a picture and posting it.
That's probably as easy as it is. So easy. Who's not doing that already?
Exactly.
It's 9:41. We'll take a short break, and we're back with more of the link.